All right, everybody, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into the world of AI today. Specifically, we're going to be tackling two of the biggest heavyweights in the ring, LLMs and AI agents.
Right.
We've got this awesome expert comparison that we're going to break down.
Yeah.
So, you can actually tell the difference between these two.
Totally.
Like, if you want to know what's coming next in tech, you got to know the difference between, like, the brains writing the code versus the brains that are, actually running it.
Absolutely.
So think of it that way.
Makes sense.
And we'll kind of guide you through it.
Yeah. So, I mean, with LLMs,
Okay, perfect.
you've probably heard of these large language models.
LLMs, yeah.
LLMs, right? It's kind of a mouthful. But basically, they're like these, really powerful writing tools that are, they just excel at anything that involves language, right?
Yeah.
Reading it, understanding it.
Like supercharged chatbots.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine, like you've got Shakespeare as your personal assistant.
Wow.
And he can just, like, draft an email for you or, like, whip up a sonnet on demand.
That's impressive. But, all right, so we got these Shakespeare bots.
Right.
Where do the AI agents come in?
Yeah.
Is this like Siri or Alexa, but, like, smarter?
It's more than just smarter, right? Like, it's not just about responding to your commands.
Yeah.
It's about actually being able to, like, make decisions and take actions in the real world.
Oh, wow.
Or even, like, in digital spaces, right?
Okay.
To achieve some specific goal.
So, like, is this a self-driving car?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Self-driving cars, robots in factories, like, even those algorithms that are, like, personalizing your social media feed.
Oh, wow.
All of those are examples of AI agents, right?
Okay.
That are actually interacting with their environment and, like, shaping it.
That's why.
Based on, their programming.
Yeah.
So it's not just about processing language.
Right. It's about taking action in the world.
So one is, like, wordsmiths and the other is, like, the doers.
Exactly. Yeah, good way to put it.
But if they're making decisions on their own,
right,
how do we know they're making the right ones?
Yeah, I mean, that's
the scary part.
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Okay.
It's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
But also potentially challenging, right?
Sure.
Because like you said with LLMs, we give it a prompt.
Right.
Like we give it a specific instruction.
Right.
With AI agents, it's more like we define a goal.
Right.
And then it has to kind of figure out how to get there.
Oh, okay.
On its own.
So there's no, like,
exactly.
Do this, then do that.
Right.
It's just figure out how to achieve this end goal.
Yeah, and that's where things like...
that's a little scary.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. That's where things like reinforcement learning come into play.
Okay.
I think that was mentioned in the in the source material, right? Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Can you break that down for me?
Sure, yeah. It's actually, it's a pretty intuitive concept.
Okay.
Like, think about how you would train a dog.
Right.
You reward good behavior.
With treats.
Exactly. You give it treats, right. And then over time, the dog learns what actions lead to those positive outcomes.
Right.
So reinforcement learning is kind of similar.
Yeah.
Except instead of a dog, we're training an algorithm.
So digital treats.
Yeah, digital treats, essentially, right? So the AI agent kind of experiments in its environment. It receives feedback.
Right.
And then it adjusts its behavior based on that feedback.
Interesting.
So it can learn and adapt to, like, really complex situations, even if they're constantly changing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, so LLMs, it sounds like they're good for stuff like translation.
Yeah, translation writing.
Writing, where, the knowledge base is pretty much set.
Right, exactly. It's fixed.
Yeah, like, you know what you need to know.
Yeah.
But these AI agents, you need them for when things are always changing.
Yeah, where adaptation is key.
Like driving, like a self-driving car.
Yeah, exactly.
There's new stuff happening all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
That's so cool. And I imagine, like, the ways that we're applying this stuff is probably pretty different too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean,
What are we using these things for right now?
Well, I mean, LLMs are already kind of revolutionizing things like customer service, right? With those chatbots that you see popping up everywhere.
Right.
They can understand and respond to, like, really complex questions.
Yeah, that's so frustrating sometimes, though. Like, they don't...
Sometimes they don't quite get it.
They don't get it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
But it's getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better, hopefully.
That's the thing.
Okay.
And then, on the AI agent side, we're seeing like incredible advancements in robotics, right? Like robots that can do things that like a few years ago you would have thought were impossible.
Right, like too dangerous.
Too dangerous or too,
right.
complicated for a machine.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming, more and more possible.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It is exciting.
And then I know that the comparison that we were looking at was talking about how like combining these things could create even more powerful systems.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so basically, it's like...
It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Well, not quite.
Okay, all right.
But it's kind of like you're giving the AI agent like a brain that can actually understand really complex information from the real world.
Okay.
So then, you could have things like truly personalized virtual assistants.
Okay.
Or like robots that can actually collaborate with humans on, really complicated tasks.
Wow. Okay. So it's like they can actually work together, not just...
Exactly.
Like one does the thinking, one does the doing.
Yeah.
It's like a real team.
It's like a true partnership.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
But I know, reading through this, there were some limitations.
Yeah.
Specifically with AI agents, I think. Something about a Web Arena leaderboard. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, the Web Arena.
Like, what's that all about?
So Web Arena is basically this platform that benchmarks AI agents on all sorts of different tasks.
Right.
And, like, the top agents right now, they're getting a success rate of around, like, 45.7%.
Okay.
Which, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, almost half the time.
Yeah, but, I mean, think about it, right? Like, that means that there's still...
More than half, they're failing.
More than half the time, they're not quite getting it right.
Yeah.
And so that kind of highlights the fact that, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
Before AI agents can, like, reliably handle those.
Like the really tough stuff.
Yeah, those really complex situations in the real world.
Yeah.
And then, there's also just the cost of development and then, making sure that they're making ethical decisions.
Oh, yeah.
Those are all huge challenges.
Yeah, because they're making decisions on their own.
Exactly.
So it's not like...
It's not on us.
We could be like, oh, well, I told it to do this.
Right.
It's like, no, you said achieve this goal.
Exactly.
And it went off and did whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a little scary.
It is a little bit, yeah.
But super cool.
Super cool.
So, okay, so let's sum all this up.
Yeah, let's bring it home.
So we've got these LLMs. They're the language masters, right?
That's right.
They get language. They can speak language. They can write language.
Yeah, they're like the ultimate wordsmiths.
Yeah, they're like the ultimate wordsmiths.
Yeah.
And then we got these AI agents. They're the action heroes.
Yeah, they're the ones out there in the field making things happen.
Yeah, they're making the decisions, figuring out how to navigate.
Exactly.
Using these tools like reinforcement learning to get better and better all the time.
That's right.
That's so wild.
It's pretty amazing, yeah.
I mean, together, this is like a huge leap forward for AI.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such a fascinating field.
Yeah.
And it's evolving so rapidly. It feels like every day there's something new happening.
Yeah.
We're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah, and so think about this, right? Like they're at 45% right now.
Yeah.
What happens when they're at 80?
Oh man.
90.
I mean, the world's going to look completely different.
Right. Like everything.
Everything.
Like how we live, how we work.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Endless, but
also scary.
But also, we got to think about the challenges.
The challenges, yeah.
Right.
Like, how do we make sure that this technology is used for good?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we control it?
Yeah.
How do we,
It's a lot.
make sure it aligns with our values?
Yeah. So we've given you this, like, little peek into the world of LLMs and AI agents.
A glimpse.
A glimpse, yeah.
A little taste.
A little taste. But
the exploration.
This is just the beginning.
Doesn't end here.
It's just the beginning. Keep learning.
Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
Keep imagining.
Keep imagining what excites you, what concerns you.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
And, that's it for this deep dive.
Awesome.
See ya.